Must you go to call the witness?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Mr. Witness. Welcome back.
Thank you.
You may kindly take your seat. Mr. Witness,
Yeah.
as a matter of routine, I'm to remind you that you are still under oath for continuation of your testimony before this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and related matters.
Okay.
Before I hand you over to Madam Chair for us to proceed.
Thank you.
Okay. Madam Chair, I hand over the witness to you for us to proceed.
Good afternoon, Mr. Manneh.
Good afternoon, ma.
You are welcome back.
Thank you.
Council, we may proceed.
Thank you. Now, Mr. Manneh? Yes, Mr. Manneh.
Yes, ma.
Before we went on break, you were telling us about the market collectors that you have.
Yeah.
So you said you had 3 in Bansang, 1 in Kurang, and 1 in Brikama. I'm sorry, 2 in Brikama.
Yeah.
The 1 in Kurang passed.
Yeah.
Okay. So it hasn't been replaced yet.
No, we have not appointed anyone yet.
Okay. So does that mean that you only have 3 markets?
Yeah. We have 4 markets.
So
Bansang, Brikamaba, Jareng Kudang, no, and Janjambure 5.
Bansang, Brikama,
Jareng,
Jareng,
Kudang,
Kurang, Kudang.
Kudang.
Okay.
Yes.
And where?
I think I mentioned 5.
Yes. So no, you said Bansang, Brikama, Jareng, and Kudang.
Janjambure.
Janjambure.
Janjambure itself.
So who are the revenue collectors for those other 2 markets?
Where Kudang,
For Jareng and Janjambure.
Jareng, and Janjambure. Janjambure, we have a collector there, Binta Sise.
Is she stationed there?
Yes, she's stationed there.
Binta Sise.
Yes.
And Jareng?
Jareng, Edward Samu.
Edward Sambo. So but you haven't included those 2 in.
Yeah,
Are they part of the 6 revenue collectors?
No, I forgot at that time.
You forgot about those.
Yeah.
So that makes it 8 revenue collectors for the market.
For the market, yes.
Okay. And does each market have a market mistress?
Yeah, we have a market mistress in Bansang. It's the biggest market, yeah. So,
Bansang is the biggest market.
yeah,
So there's a market mistress there. So
Yes.
only for Bansang.
I live Banza, yeah.
Okay. So does she oversee the other markets?
No,
Okay. So who at the markets, it's tickets that they use, right?
yes, they use ticket.
Okay. So where do they get the tickets from? Isn't it usually the market mistress?
No, from the office.
So the revenue collectors come to the office themselves and collect tickets.
Yeah, at Bansang, the market mistress came. She also has a collectors under her.
The collectors that she has, are they part of these ones that you've told me about?
Yes.
Okay.
I told you 3. There are 3 in number. It's 2, including herself,
Oh, yes.
make 3.
Okay. So she has
Yes.
two collectors under her.
Yes.
So she would issue them with tickets.
Ticket, yes.
But the other markets, the collectors would come
The
to the
collector
office to
will
get.
come by themselves, yeah.
So do they sign the CRBR when they collect tickets?
Yes.
So the tickets are not under anybody else; they're directly given to them.
Yeah, it's directly given to them.
So who do they reconcile with?
They reconcile with me.
Okay, so those come directly to you to reconcile.
If they
And
collect,
then the ones for Bansang, it is the market mistress that would come to you?
it will come, yeah.
Okay, so why do you need a market mistress for Bansang? I understand that it's big, but what is the role of the market mistress there?
Actually, I think that's how I found it, because I was appointed, and I found the system was, there. It was market master then, before. Then she was promoted, to a market mistress.
Who's the market mistress?
Seni Kurang was there.
Sorry?
Seni Kurang,
Saini Kurang.
yes.
But the market mistress doesn't collect revenue, does she?
She collected,
She collects revenue as
yes,
well?
yeah.
Okay.
She joined with them and they collect together.
And how much is the market ticket
$10 per ticket
for all the markets?
for all the market, yeah.
Okay. And also, who tells the revenue collectors which bank account to deposit monies in?
The director will give them bank accounts.
Is there a method to determining which bank account should be deposited?
Actually, we have only Reliance within our jurisdiction. We don't have banks there.
Okay.
Yes.
So are all the revenue collectors asked to deposit at Reliance?
All of them, yeah. They all deposited in Reliance.
But then the council has other bank accounts.
Those banks are at, Basse.
They're at Basse.
Yes.
Okay. But there are different staff that deposit monies into those accounts. So how do they do that?
Yeah. The one at Basse, normally when we collect our this trade license, that one we register it, After registration, we make a collection. Those collection will go, because that is our revenue bank account. We talk, even this Reliance, some time back, the monies that are deposited, they will move them, to our revenue account.
So which one is your revenue account?
The one at Basse,
Which bank?
GT,
GT Bank.
yes.
Oh, sorry.
Mr. Manneh,
Yes, sir.
is there not a basic bank at Georgetown?
Yeah, Basic Bank came, I think 2002, 2001.
No, the basic bank.
Yes.
No, it's not 2001. It's just some 3 years ago.
Yeah, 2021.
Uh-huh.
Yes,
So
2021.
there is a bank in Georgetown.
Yes, there is
Why
a
don't
bank.
you
But
use that one?
actually, some of these revenue collectors are very far from there. And yes, so if they collected, the nearest, bank is, yeah, there is a bank. There is a bank, Basic. Yes.
All right. So you said that the revenue collectors would pay into the revenue, how do you call it, the revenue account?
The revenue account,
The GT Bank account.
the one at GT Bank.
Okay.
Yes, the transactions that you see there, is from our trade license collection.
Only trade license?
Yes.
Okay. So as senior revenue collector, do you collect revenue?
Me?
You?
Yeah, we did registration. After registration, the same team will go for group collection.
So I'm asking you whether you
Yes,
you collect.
I joined them.
So you collect revenue and you also work at the office?
Huh?
You collect revenue and you also work at the office?
Yes,
How does that work?
we don't go every day, as a group.
Okay, so when do you
Yes.
go as a group?
Normally in a week, we go 2 to 3 times,
So
We will go with a vehicle, the finance committee, and our senior account assistant,
is that for assessment or to collect revenue?
even collection.
So for collection as well, you go with the finance committee
Yeah, the finance committee, they go.
and
They are there to witness, how collection are done.
and the senior accounts clerk?
Yeah,
What
he supervises us,
Okay, so what does he supervise exactly?
Eh?
What does he supervise?
How we are collecting, that makes sure that we
So-
collected,
What about how you collect revenue requires supervision? Because I'm trying to understand why you would leave your office to supervise a senior revenue collector and team
Yeah.
to collect revenue. So what is it about your collection that requires supervision from him?
My position,
What about your collection? So when you go to collect, you
Yeah.
go to, say, licenses, you go to the different businesses, right?
yes,
And you give them the demand notes
yes.
or whatever it
we,
is that you
we
give
give
them.
them demand note prior to payment.
And then they pay
They
and you
pay.
issue a receipt.
Yeah.
So what is your senior account clerk or account assistant supervising? Is it that he's telling you where to go and collect?
Yes, he will direct us,
You don't know where to go and collect?
Of course, we know. It's just a group group work.
I understand, but you know,
Yes.
when you have a group, each person has their different roles,
Yes.
right? You're a senior revenue collector. You've been working as a revenue collector for 7 years and then senior revenue collector for another few years, right?
Yes, yeah.
So your senior accounts clerk, what is he supervising? What are you doing or not doing right that he needs to supervise? Because I'm assuming there's work to be done at the office.
Yeah.
So if he's coming on collections, it's because he's coming to add value,
Yes.
right? He's leaving office work to come and supervise you as you collect money. So that's why I'm trying to understand what is it that he actually does when he comes to justify leaving office work to follow you around, basically.
Actually, it's the director of finance who decided like that, so that we can make it in a group.
Does the
We can
accounts,
make effective collection,
does he collect anything?
Who?
The senior accounts person.
No, he did
So
not.
he's just following you around.
He is there to witness.
So what are the finance committee members doing? Is it not also to witness?
They are also there to witness as a councillors.
So is it that you don't have enough work at the office?
Of course, we have work.
Well, I'm trying to understand because it has to make sense, right?
Yeah.
If you have enough work at the office, why is the finance director sending the senior accounts clerk to follow you around whilst you collect monies?
Yeah.
Has this
Actually,
been happening throughout?
That's how we operate,
Sorry, can you speak into the mic, please?
I said that's how we are operating.
Since you started work?
Yes.
So it's all the directors of finance that require this?
Yes, we normally form a team. That's always.
Okay. So when the senior accounts clerk is out of the office, who does his job?
Who does it?
Who does his work?
Actually, when he come back, he will continue.
When
on
do
what
you
he
come
says.
back that he continues the work?
Yeah.
Do you not go for the whole day?
Sometimes we will go and work till 4 o'clock. Yes.
Exactly. So if you work till
Yeah.
4 o'clock, when is he doing his job?
On that particular day, he will not do anything.
So when you're out of the office, who does your job?
Mr.
For me?
Manneh, please speak into the mic so that we get what you say.
For me?
Yes. When you
Yeah.
go for collections, who's doing your job?
Yeah. Normally these submissions, we did it every Thursday and Mondays. So on these days, I don't go out.
So you're saying that your job as what's it called? IFMIS revenue
Yes.
person, it's only 2 days a week. And your
No.
job as revenue collector is another 3 days in the week.
No, not actually.
If you're only doing inputs-
this group collection is just matter of some time. Not that we are continuous routine,
So
Yes.
how many months in the year do you do group collections?
Maybe 2-3 months. January, February, March,
So is it that you don't have enough collectors to go and do these collections? Why are you doing it? I mean, you seem to have a dual role.
Yeah.
You're a senior revenue collector, and you're also IFMIS person stationed at the office.
I don't get you.
You have 2 jobs, right? You're a senior revenue collector, which means you need to be collecting revenue.
Mm.
And you're also stationed at the office
Yeah.
as the IFMIS person for revenue. So you're basically doing the accounts clerk and the senior accounts clerk's work
Yeah.
by doing the revenue reconciliation and inputting it in the system.
Yes.
So I'm saying you have 2 jobs. Is
Yeah.
it that you don't have enough revenue collectors at the council
Yeah.
that has you and the accounts person going to do revenue collection?
Normally this registration, when we register, we want only the office receipt GTR books to collect this trade license. Let it be only one book, So if that book finishes, we will get another one, We will continue and issuing that one.
But your revenue collectors are given GTR books.
Yes,
Yes. So why are they not going to
wherever we
collect?
stop, because most
When
of
they,
these
where they what, sorry?
wherever we stop group collection, they will take over, because some of these shopkeepers, they will not, some of them will not pay early. So when the group collected for some time, we will give them the register.
So are you saying it's the ones that don't pay during your initial collection exercise that
Yes.
the revenue collectors will now chase
we,
for the
we-
rest of
we
the
will
year?
ask them to follow, we ask them to follow them so that they can recover those monies.
So this group collection, is it within the first quarter of the year?
Yeah, we did it, from
So you do
January,
it between January and March
February,
maybe?
March, yeah.
Okay. And so your revenue collectors, when they're appointed, or even after they're appointed, do they get training? Do they receive training?
Yeah, only the training that we normally for them to go to the senior revenue collector that they are within the same area, they will train them for some months or for some weeks,
And when you say
So-
training, am I to take it that it just means you go with them and show them how to collect?
Exactly, that's the only training I mean.
Okay.
So you will go with them, show them how you do collection, with the tariff. We give them tariff, they will go. Though the tariff, we are not that very much trained, because it is a value. You have to value the goods. Yeah,
So that's for the trade license.
yes, the trade license.
Okay, so do you have a copy of the tariff?
No, I don't come with it here.
Okay, can you write it down? So, it's another document that you need to provide.
Oh, okay. Okay, I noted.
So do you know about the finance and accounting manuals for area councils?
I'm not very much familiar with it.
Have you been shown it before?
Yes, because I have downloaded, it is in my computer.
Okay, so you download it. Do you ever go through it?
Yes, sometimes I do go over it.
Okay. Now your revenue collectors or your finance staff generally, are they told or are they informed about what is contained in the manual?
I don't think so. Council, they did that. Either council.
But
Even-
do you tell them what's in the manual?
No, actually, for me, I don't. Because I myself, I did it for myself. I go to Google and I search it and download it in my computer.
So, but you know that in the manual it provides for how revenue is collected,
Yes.
how it needs to be recorded.
Yeah.
You know that you're not supposed to keep revenue on you for more than a day.
No.
You know that you bank immediately.
Exactly.
You know that you do payment vouchers before you make payments.
Yes.
Okay, so you know all of this.
All these things. Yes.
Yes. So why is it that your revenue collectors do not bank immediately, or at least the following day?
Yeah. Maybe some of them are very far, because those in Brikamaba and Bansang, they can easily access to Reliance when they collected and pay the money there. But those in Yamina, if they want to pay fare every day to come and deposit the money, they will be end up, paying only fares,
But you're already giving them fares to go and collect money,
No,
and you
that's-
can't tell whether they even collect monies on those days.
Those are lumos.
Okay, so the revenue collectors for the other areas, they don't get fares.
No, we don't give them fares.
So how often do they come and do submissions?
Weekly,
Okay, so what banks do they go and deposit at?
Reliance.
So all of the revenue collectors deposit at Reliance?
All of them, yeah.
So, but do you tell them about the payments that they make from their revenue collections? Because you know that they're not supposed to make any payments from the revenue collections.
Yes.
Okay. But you're the one who calls them to ask them to make payments from the revenue collections.
Based on director's, instruction.
Okay. So when the director is instructing you, do you remind him about what
So-
is contained in the finance manual?
I think he should know it better than me because
But
sometimes.
let's assume that he doesn't know. Do you remind him?
Okay. No, I never remind him on that. But I knew it very well that he knows it.
Okay. Now, when you have these discrepancies in payments,
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen the audit reports and you've seen, in your statement, you've mentioned some of the discrepancies.
Yeah.
Those are made because you went directly against what the manual says.
Yes.
Okay. So you also understand that what that means is you're responsible for those payments.
Who, me?
Yes, you? Did you not collect the money?
No, I don't collect money.
You said you collect money
Yeah.
as senior revenue collector.
Yeah, that
Okay.
one, the group collection.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but for the revenue collectors, they collected, if they are instructed to do anything.
Yes, but you're the one instructing them.
No, I don't instruct them.
Do you have any documentation from your director of finance saying that you should call a revenue collector to bring money?
But they can attest to that, because this is the only girl who will say that I will normally call her. Because the others, they call them directly. But for this one, I don't know what is the reason, but he normally asks me to call her.
Yes, I was actually going to ask you,
Yes.
why is it that you only call Caro?
I'll only Karo, you see?
Why is that?
I cannot understand.
So the director of finance tells you to call her. She's the
Ah.
only one that you call.
She's the only one.
Is it that she brings in more revenue than the other collectors?
No, I don't think so. Other revenue collectors bring more than her. Yes.
Does she know that? Did she know the director of finance before, outside of the council?
Well, actually, maybe she will know her before.
Maybe. Do you know or do you not know?
It's not certain that I cannot.
You don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what is your role as senior revenue collector?
As a senior revenue collector.
Yes. What do you do?
That's what I'm saying. Currently, since I was deployed at the office, I am in charge of the revenue to input all revenue collected in the system, IFMIS.
Yes.
Yes.
And you also collect revenue.
I also join them to collect, yes.
And you.
But
assessments.
director assigned me that, The
Director
of
assigned you
finance.
what?
He will ask me to join them, the group.
Okay.
Yes.
So, apart from those three things, what else do you do?
Yeah. When they came also, the receipt books, they are kept in director's office.
Okay.
I will go with them, the CRBR, I will record their name, the date, and they sign. And I give them the receipt book. And also, when they finish with it, they will bring it back, and I will record it, the GTR number, and they will sign it again.
Okay, so they sign again against the CRBR that they brought the books back.
The receiving and the return one.
Okay.
Since I came there, 2021. But normal before, it was not happening like that.
Mm.
If you receive it, you use it, the receipt book will be under your control until the auditors come. But now we change that,
So now when the auditors come, you have the books.
All the books will be there.
Okay.
Because sometimes collectors may say that, I don't see my book, it's lost,
Yes.
It will bring problems. So now we have changed that.
So you said you also retain the deposit slips?
Yes.
You keep
All
them
the
in a
bank
file?
deposit slips, yes. They
So-
are with me.
Okay.
I kept it. But the payments, they all go to Lamin Balde, the expenditure officer. He will raise the vouchers, and CEO and his finance director will sign. and
Unless
he will put it
he's
in the
not in the
system.
office.
Yes.
I said, except for the times that he's not in the office, then you
Exactly,
do
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So does the director of finance do any reconciliation on that IFMIS system? So when you've done the revenue and
Yes.
Balde does the expenditure, is there any monthly reconciliation that is prepared?
Yeah, because at the time of Alaji, he normally did that. In fact, Alaji at that time, every week, he will call us, to reconcile with him the week, what you have done in that week.
Which
So,
Alaji?
The then finance director,
I know. Is it Manneh or?
Manneh. Every Monday, you will come and explain what you have done throughout your last week and what you are intended to do for this month, for this week. So the minutes will be taken.
Does he reconcile the system, the IFMIS system?
Yes, they do reconciliation.
So does he prepare a report, like a reconciliation report?
I don't think so. Since this IFMIS come, they are not doing that.
So the IFMIS system, you're able to print out
Yes.
a report, right?
Yes.
That report, would it contain all the expenditure, all the income,
Yeah.
and what else would it contain?
Exactly. It will contain all the revenues and the expenditure side.
Would it have something for bank reconciliation?
No, I don't think so. They are doing that. Director of Finance is supposed to do that.
He's supposed to do that.
Yes.
Do you know whether he does?
No.
So apart from Alaji Manneh, none of the other directors of finance have that meeting with you where they reconcile?
Even Jassy also,
Jassy
also did the same thing,
Lami Jassy.
Jassy, yeah.
So when the revenue collectors come to you to reconcile the books, is it you that closes the books, or is it the director of finance?
Director of Finance I will refer them to him. He will check and ask me to draw a receipt.
So when you do the reconciliation, then you close.
Yes.
You sign off.
I will check all their receipts against their cash book and tick everything, And if I'm satisfied with the transactions they are telling, I raise a receipt,
So when you when you issue them with a receipt on the IFMIS system, are you putting in the details from that receipt or from their bank slips?
The detail from the receipt.
From your receipt that you've issued to them?
Yes.
Would you also put in the details of how much they collected that is in their cash book? Because
Yes.
what you issue them might be different based on what they've spent, right?
Yeah.
So do you put in what they collected for that day?
What they have collected in the cash book, you will enter all your receipts. Your
Yeah.
cash book total.
Yes.
If I check your cash book total, that's the same amount I will raise in the receipt.
In the receipt that you issue to them?
Yes.
So then you'll have another, so when you're putting the details in the system, then you would put the expenditure from that collection?
No. I will only enter on the revenue side, that this is the amount they have collected.
So the payment vouchers and the receipts for cash power or whatever, that would go to Lamin Balde?
To Lamin Balde.
So he would put that detail in.
Lamin will put that detail in the expenditure
And the
side.
system would automatically do the calculations for
Yes.
all of those?
Yes.
Okay, so you're able to print out those
Yes.
reports?
All revenue, yeah. All the revenue ledgers, I can print it out. In fact, I give the investigators for the 2020. I think they requested it, I give them.
Revenue reports?
Yes.
From 2022?
2021.
From 2021?
Yes, I said they requested.
Okay, we'll check. So if there's no payment voucher presented for revenue spent when they bring their books for reconciliation, what do you do?
If at all is all bank, or
No, if not all of it is banked, if there's a shortage
a shortage.
and they haven't given you any receipt,
No, normally that I will not accept that, until
so you would not close the book?
no,
Okay.
I will not accept that.
Also, do you have an internal audit unit
We don't have internal audit unit.
for the whole time that you were there?
Yes.
Do you know why?
Actually, I think auditors always they indicated in their audit report, but still now, council cannot, appoint anyone.
Okay, the chair wants to ask you a question.
Now, Mr. Manneh,
Yes, ma.
your records
Okay.
show
Yeah.
that your records show that the deposits you make,
Okay.
you record them as payments.
Yes.
Why do you do that?
My deposits.
The deposits you make, you as senior collector,
Yeah.
you make,
Yeah.
instead of recording it as revenue earned, you deposit it and record it as payments.
Me.
You
I don't-
collectors, that is what you do in your cash book. Is that not the case?
As payment.
Yes.
I don't understand that.
The deposits.
Yeah.
The deposits that you are supposed to deposit. You know, you have told us here
Yes.
that the collectors will collect and
Yeah.
they keep the money
Mhm.
at the end of the week or after 2 weeks.
Yes.
You know, they go and do reconciliation, take their GTR receipt books to the finance department
Yes.
and do the reconciliation and then go and deposit the money that they have,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
And is that not the same thing that you do when you go for collections, you keep the money?
No.
You don't do that.
No.
You deposit direct.
We go and deposit. Yeah.
Direct.
You know,
when
but
you
say
collect at the end of the week.
When we came, normally what we did, when we came, that money, because if we close at 4, money is supposed to go up to Basse. Director will keep it in his safe.
But
the following
how
day,
can money go up to Basse? You have told us that the only available facility in terms of
yeah,
banking facility is Reliance.
yes.
So why do you have to take the excuse that the money has to go to Basse when you have Reliance in Janjambure where you can go and deposit this money?
No, I mean the group collection. That's the
What
group,
about-
the
what
group
ab-
collection that we did.
Yes.
That's the money that we take to Basse.
Why?
Because normally, that's where we normally pay our salaries. Most of the staffs are there. So we
Which
took the
bank?
money.
Which
GT Bank.
GT Bank.
Yes.
So tax and rate and licenses, you go and pay it in.
Collectors paid it at Reliance. But
What?
our group collection,
Yes.
we took that money straight to Basse and deposited
When you
it
do
there.
the group collection,
Yeah.
which revenue lines do you collect?
Only trade license.
Only trade license.
Yes.
So that is what you go and deposit at
That's
GT
only,
Bank.
yes.
Now, you recall in 2020. You
2020.
were there in 2020?
No, I was in the field at that time as a revenue collector.
Yes.
I was collecting.
What I'm saying is you were in Janjambure area council
Yes, yes,
in 2020.
yes.
So you were a senior or a junior revenue
I was
collector?
senior.
Senior revenue
Yeah.
collector. Yes. So you were the people that will enter the revenues that you collected in your cash book, not so?
Yes.
So now, what is being noted from your records,
Yeah.
you make those deposits as payments. Is that correct?
As payment of what?
The auditors raised the issue that you people, instead of entering it in the cash book as revenue earned, you enter it in the cash book as payment.
No, in the cash book, for example, is the recent tax. If you collect it, if you are entering in the cash book, yes, we do indicate that there been payment of rates and taxes, been payment of trade license, any type of revenue, and we have a revenue code whereby you will.
What you are saying is not correct because the auditors did find that 1,606,952
Okay.
was made when they were reviewing the cash book, because we are talking about revenue and how you collect the revenue
Yeah.
and eventually deposit the same to the accounts of council. They indicated that in 2020, the deposits amounting to 1,606,952 made by collectors directly to the bank has been entered on the debit side of the bank ledger account and also at the credit side of the cash ledger account. That is what I
which
want.
cash book? The Director of Finance cash book or what? The Revenue Collector's cash book?
Revenue collector's cash book.
The Revenue Collector's cash book?
Yes. Do you have your cash book?
No, I don't come with it. But I
Okay,
can
but
provide.
you've been
I can
asked
provide.
to bring it,
Yes, yes.
right? Okay. Then we will suspend this. When you bring the cash book,
Yeah.
we will look at what the auditors say vis-a-vis what is entered in your cash book.
Okay,
Because this is specifically referring to the collectors.
okay.
All right? So, Mr. Manneh, do you do deposits and withdrawals in your accounts? And which of the accounts do you do these deposits and withdrawals?
Who, me?
Yes.
My own account?
The
Council
council's account, yes.
When I was a collector in the field,
Yes.
I do deposit at Reliance.
Reliance.
Yes,
Have you done any withdrawals from Reliance?
Reliance.
Yes.
Maybe it could be during I'm in the office. Normally, when Lamin is not around, because Lamin is the only person they normally send for withdrawal. But if he's not around,
Who sends Lamin for withdrawal?
Director of Finance,
And how does he withdraw the money?
there's a check and give it to him
In his name?
in his name, yeah,
Okay.
yes.
So,
But in an instance whereby he is not there, they will send me. But maybe that is not, it's not frequent,
so as senior collector,
yeah.
you deposit the monies that you collect weekly.
Yes, I deposit.
It's
money.
only weekly that you deposit the monies.
Yeah, not only weekly. You know, sometimes the area where you are, if at all it is very far from the...
But did you recall that you said when you put the monies together, you
Yes.
understand, you go and deposit it
Before-
at the end of the week?
Before you come for reconciliation,
Yes.
you will make sure and go and deposit the money and you come. It depends. Which day are you going to the bank?
Now, in 2019,
Okay.
in 2018, you were a senior collector, right?
2018, yes.
But we haven't seen any deposits you have made in 2018.
2018.
Yes, in Reliance Finance account.
No, actually, some times back,
Did you make any deposits
I
for
cannot...
the whole of 2018?
I cannot remember. That's what I want to explain.
Yes.
Some time back, also, we were not depositing
Why?
because, no, at that time, 2018, because this thing, 2020, from 2020,
No, we are talking about 2018.
yes, at that time we collect and we go to the office and we make a reconciliation there. From the office, I think they take the money to the bank. Yeah? I say at that time, we normally collect and go to the office.
And then the
Yes.
money will not go to the bank.
I think they will take it to the bank.
There is no deposit by you. You said you are a senior collector as at 2018,
Yes,
and that when you collect at the end of the week, you go to deposit.
yeah,
And I ask you, which of the banks do you deposit revenue collected?
yeah.
You said it's only Reliance,
Yes, it's only Reliance
Right?
Bank. Yeah,
apart from trade license,
yeah.
which you deposit at GT Bank, right?
Okay, yeah.
So looking at the records from Reliance show that you have not deposited anything up to the 4th of February. That's the first time you deposited in Reliance account,
2018,
2019.
2019.
For whole of 2018, you have not deposited anything in Reliance Finance.
Well, I cannot remember.
You cannot remember.
Yeah.
The records are before us, and that is what they show. So
Okay.
why didn't you deposit the monies you were collecting? Were you transmitting these monies to your superiors?
Yeah, actually, at that time, I think when we collect, they will ask us, to take the money at the office.
And give to them?
Yes, they will give us a receipt,
So please provide us with the receipts for 2018.
I think
for
my
monies collected and you deposited, you took to the office and you were given receipt to show that you have collected revenue and you have given it to them. All right? Because
No.
those receipts should be available.
No, I think the receipts are in my cash book.
Well,
Yes.
you just bring it so that we
Yeah,
can confirm.
I'll bring the cash book. The
Okay.
cash will show the receipts.
All right.
Yeah.
And there is the frequency of you depositing in the Reliance accounts is so sparse. In other words, you hardly deposit consistently into the Reliance account. Why? Why is it that it is so?
This is in which year?
Yeah?
20?
I said from 2019, going up.
2020.
Yes, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. You don't deposit as
course.
and when you are required to deposit.
No, 20.
You deposit only intermittently, once in a while, based on the records we have.
Actually, I think
So
I do
where
deposit
is the
nothing.
money that you collect? Where does it go to?
no, I cannot recall that, because I do banking,
You do bank.
If they request money at the office, we take it.
Okay, let us
Because
let us just do a quick check of your accounts.
Yes.
You deposited, the first time you deposited in the Reliance account was the 4th of February 2019.
Okay.
And on the 5th you also deposited. On the 4th you deposited 50,000.
Yeah.
On the 4th you deposited $35,050. And the next time you deposited money in the account was on the 28th of February 2020. This is February, almost a year.
Okay.
You did not deposit any money. The next time you deposited was 28th of February 2020.
Okay.
The first time you deposited was 4th February 2019. So for the whole period, you did not deposit any money in the account.
Well, I cannot recall that because if
We will
if
show
I
you.
told-
We will show you the Reliance account.
Yeah.
This is when he deposited, and this is the time. I have ticked all the. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw it.
So what happened during that whole year that you did not deposit in the account?
Anyway, if you see, we did not deposit, know that, office, maybe they had a request, for money. That's the only time we will give them money, If
No,
not,
I am asking you.
Yeah.
The document is before you.
yes, I know,
Yes.
that's what I'm saying.
You agree that your name is not there, you did not deposit any money, right?
Yeah, for a period that you are saying.
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, let me have the document. Council, you may proceed. Okay, so he has something to say.
Mr. Manneh, do you know Mariatu Kande?
Mariatu. Yes.
What is
She was our procurement officer.
She?
Procurement officer.
She is or she was?
No, she resigned.
She resigned.
Yeah, right now she resigned.
Since when?
I think around November
November 2023.
2023, something like that. Yeah.
Okay. I've seen she had done a lot of withdrawals and heavy ones too.
Yeah.
Now, before we go into the nitty-gritty of some of these things, let
Yeah.
me ask you, what is your experience with IFMIS? Is IFMIS good or bad?
If miss, it's good.
It's good. And
Yes.
you will recommend IFMIS for other councils.
Yes.
Okay. We have had a different story from a different council.
Yeah.
But if miss, what does it do?
Hmm?
If miss. If miss,
Yeah.
what type of reports does it generate?
What type of report?
Yeah. Does if miss generate?
It generates revenue ledger report, expenditure, even cash book. I think cash book also generates cash book.
Now, does if miss or can if miss do bank statements, bank reconciliation?
No, I don't think so. But I think finance director may be.
But I
I
thought from
explained it.
your disposition,
Yeah.
you said you are responsible for if miss
Yeah. I was trained for only revenue side.
on the revenue side.
Yes.
So if miss, you don't know whether it can generate other financial statements.
No, actually, I don't know that.
You don't know
But
that.
for the revenue, I can generate my reports there. I know. Yes.
Now, my problem with that, you are trained one half of the IFMIS and the other half is
Is-
done by somebody else.
By somebody, yes, the expenditure officer.
And you have not come together to produce one report.
No, I think finance director will do that.
The finance director will
Yes,
do that.
yes.
So he knows everything about IFMIS.
I think, yes, because he was trained.
As you are trained also, but you
Yeah.
are trained just for revenue.
Yeah.
So the finance director has everything about IFMIS.
He should have everything about this business.
Now,
As far as you have gone on the training, I think you should know it.
just a quick rundown on some of this. I've seen your name as you have done some withdrawals and some deposits in Janjan Bore's account.
Which bank?
I think this is, well, I think it could be that of GT Bank.
GT Bank. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You deposited 200,000
Yeah.
on in June.
Yes.
Where was that money, or where was that money from? It's a deposit.
Yeah. I think that money, because if I can remember, which date was this?
The date is not clear, but it's sometime early part of June. June 21.
June 21. Because sometimes also director will.
Okay, that's withdrawal. That's deposit. What about withdrawal? You withdrew 56,258.
50?
56,258
Yeah. Yeah.
in same June 21.
Okay.
What was that withdrawal for?
No, actually, director send me. Sometimes he do send us to withdraw some cash for petty cash at the office.
And then, after you've done the withdrawal, what do you do with the cash?
No, the cash, I will take it and give it to him. He will give it to Lamin for payments. Lamin is the paying officer there, you know.
Now, how do you know he will give it to Lami?
Actually, for me, if I come, I will give it to him. In fact, if you see me going to bank, know that Lamin is not around. But if not, I did not go.
And so to
Because-
the deposit, if you go to the bank to deposit because Lamin is not around,
Yeah.
so you don't know where the monies are
this
coming from.
deposit also, you know, I think I can remember some time back, Alaji's raised a check, you know, whereby I withdrew it from Trust Bank, something like that, deposited to GT Bank, I think for salaries. I don't know how much now, but I can remember that, you know.
It seems as if a lot of you who come to this commission do have a very faint memory of what you have done and what you have not done. And consequently, you can remember some very good details when you are not boxed.
Not that, Commissioner.
Sorry?
I said not that.
Not
I
that.
I cannot remember exactly now, but
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Every time I cannot remember, I cannot remember. But at times when it is good for you, you
Yeah.
do remember. And it's within the same period.
okay. Anyway, that's what I can
You
recall.
have selective memory, what you can remember and what you cannot remember.
But I remember this net, but I don't know is how much. That's what I'm telling you. I withdrew money from GT Bank and take it to, Trust Bank, take it to GT Bank for salaries. You know, most of the staffs are at GT Bank.
And I heard you said at times you do hold on to some funds before paying it into the bank account or supersonic account or wherever. Is that true?
No, we don't have supersonic account.
No, I mean banking the money.
Hmm.
Don't you collect monies from rate collectors and then you hold it into the office before
No.
it is before it is banked?
No, I did not do that. I did not hold money in the office. I did not hold money in the office.
Have you ever heard of anybody holding monies in the office prior to it being banked for a day or 2 or 3 days or even for a week?
That will be only the director.
Only
The director.
the director will keep money for that long.
Yes. He has a safe there, I know.
For why? And the act says you have to deposit everything.
Well, actually, for that, I don't. He can explain that,
You cannot explain that, but he should be in a position to answer that question.
Yes.
Okay.
It's supposed to be deposited,
Thank
really.
you.
Yeah.
Mr. Manneh, how about salaries paid at Janjan Area Council?
Salaries.
Yes.
Most of the staffs are in bank line.
Most of them are bank.
Some of them are on pay table.
Some of them are paid what?
Pay table.
Sorry, didn't hear that.
I said they are on pay table. Pay table.
Oh, on the pay table?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know about how many staff get paid?
No, Lamin can tell that because Lamin is the one who paid.
So you're not involved in payment of salaries?
No.
Okay. And do you know how many staff you have in the council?
No, actually, I don't know.
So if most of the, would you say the bulk of the staff are paid through bank?
Yes, because we have,
About how many percent?
we have Reliance, we have staffs there. We
No, but I
have,
mean, like, if you think about the staff that you have, say, would you say 75% or 80% of them are paid through bank?
yeah, I think 75% because but also the chiefs and their court members, they are on pay table. Those people, they are not on bank line, so we pay them on pay table.
Yes, but those people don't really take a lot of council's money, do they?
No,
You probably pay them about 16 to 20,000 a month, right?
no, I don't think so. It will reach up to that,
It doesn't even reach.
Yeah.
Okay. So which other staff get paid over the table? Is it
The
Cleaners?
Some of the cleaners, yes,
Okay.
and some of these night watchmen.
okay? So chiefs and district tribunal staff,
Yeah,
watchmen.
watchmen and
Cleaners.
cleaners, yes.
So most of you are paid through your accounts.
Yes,
Okay. So I'm asking because you have that withdrawal of
Yeah.
$300,000
yes,
that you said you think is for salaries,
yes.
but 300,000 is not what you would pay on the table, right? So why would you withdraw it for salaries and bring it to the office?
This 300,000, it's once, it is withdraw once.
Pardon?
It was a withdrawal once or what?
So it was a withdrawal what?
It is withdraw
You withdrew 300,000.
once or?
Well, there's one 300,000 that we're talking about. I think you said it in your statement.
Yes.
That you, let me see, on the issue of cash withdrawal from the council accounts amounting to $300,000 is dated 21st June 2021. I believe this withdrawal will be related to the payment of staff salaries.
Yes.
Hence, any time the accounting assistant Lamin Balde designated for expenditure is not at work, I will be assigned by the Director of Finance to carry out such responsibilities.
Yeah.
I can confirm that I withdrew this money and handed it to the Director of Finance, Janjan Manneh.
Yeah.
Yes, so if you withdrew it and brought it to the office and handed it to Janjan Manneh,
Yeah.
it would be because you're supposed to make, or he's supposed to make the salary payments from that cash.
Yes.
But you don't have enough staff being paid on the table to warrant $300,000 is in cash.
No, staffs on the pay table, you know, I think, actually I don't know how much, but there are many.
Mr.
There are many.
Manneh,
The cleaners,
how many cleaners do you have?
there are many.
You can't have more than 20 cleaners.
Actually, I think they are nearly that, you know.
They're what?
If at all, it's not more than that.
You think you have more than 20 cleaners?
Of course.
Okay, can you provide us with your payroll that would have a list of all the staff that you have?
Okay.
Can you
Actually,
write it down, please?
I will ask the director for it, you know.
Yes, I'm sure he can provide that for you. Have you written it down?
Yeah.
Okay, so as well, when there's a shortage with revenue, is it the case that when the revenue collector has to repay this amount, it is counted as a loan? As in the council would pay it and then mark it as a loan against the revenue collector's name and then deduct it from their salaries?
No, shortage like for me, I don't accept it, you know. If collector come with a shortage, I will not accept it. I will ask you to go and provide money and you come. But I will not attend your book.
Okay, so you're saying that you don't have those situations because
No.
you don't sign off?
No.
But then where somebody else, so say maybe the Director of Finance signs off if there's a shortage, how, or if there's a shortage by any revenue collector that you don't sign off on, how do they repay this shortage?
Anyway, you will go and look an alternative to prepare the money, you know, before I attend your book, you know.
So do you know what that alternative usually is?
You will go and provide the money. You know where are you going to get the money.
Now this $14,015 is that you've mentioned in your statement.
Yes.
You said that on the issue of unaccounted revenue amounting to $14,015 is queried by the 2019 audit report. I can vividly remember that this collection during the period which was submitted and receipted accordingly as per my cash book. However, I believe that the management response to the draft report failed to provide sufficient evidence to the auditor on this query.
Yes.
Now, when the report came, were you shown the report?
Actually, that's the problem at the council. So most of the time when this audit report came, only the senior officers will know about it, you know.
Is this even if your name is mentioned?
Yes, some of the collectors, you know, their names are there, but they never knew until the investigation went there. That's the time they knew their names are on the audit report.
So when did you know about this 14,000?
This 14,000?
Yes.
Yes, when the audit report came, the CEO showed it to me. And I bring the evidence before him and tell him that this is what is there. So this is in my book. I think it's an oversight from the auditors.
So do you know whether it was sent to the auditors?
Yeah, he did not say, but during his response, I think he mentioned something like that, but there was no evidence presented to the auditors. That's why they maintain their position.
So do you have any access to contact the auditors to send your evidence directly?
Yes, one of them, Kanjura Marena, something Marena. Yes, I contacted him, and he told me that if the management is responding, let them provide the evidence.
So
but-
you did not send him the evidence yourself?
Yeah, I sent him through his WhatsApp, but
Okay.
this is the advice that he told me.
Okay. Did you write anything to the management to say that this is what happened, this is the evidence, just so that it's on record? Because now you're telling us that you've told them, but do you have any proof that you told them and you showed them?
No, I don't write to them. I took my book and showed it to the CEO.
Which CEO did you show it to?
And Pao was there.
Passes, he said.
Mm.
Okay. So apart from that, or after that rather, did you see the other findings in the audit report?
No, this is the only audit report I have ever set my eye on.
Okay, because the finding is that the amount were not recorded in the individual collectors' cash books and were also not banked. So that would mean that it was money that you actually collected.
Yeah.
Pardon?
Which money? This 14,000?
This 14,015.
Yeah.
So it was money that you collected.
Yes, this is collected. It's in my cash book.
But it's also saying that it wasn't banked.
Whether
So
it
would
was-
you have the bank deposit slip showing that amount?
This was which year?
This is in the 2019 to 2020 audit report.
2019. That's the problem there, because there are a lot of missing, documents there. Because-
Why are there missing documents?
Well, I think Director of Finance is responsible for all those documents. I think,
No, but so what I'm asking is, if you banked it,
Yeah.
you would have your bank deposit slip, right? Which you take for your book to be closed.
yes.
Okay. Now, if you have your bank deposit slip that you're taking for your book to be closed, a receipt will be issued to you to show that what you collected, that's in the cash book,
Yes.
tallies with what you paid into the bank, and you've brought the receipt, and they issue you the GTR, right?
Yeah.
So would you have the GTR for that from the Director of Finance?
Yes, that's the evidence that I have printed out there.
Okay.
Yes. You don't see the GTR. The GTR is on top of it.
Sorry, let me just, for your statement. Okay, so that's what you've attached to your
Yes.
statement.
Yes.
The receipt was 22nd February 2020.
Yes.
Edrissa Manneh, 14,015 says.
Yes.
Okay. So when you bring your cash book, we'll compare it with this,
Okay.
and then
Yeah.
it'll be on record. Also, who is Usman Keita?
Usman Keta
Yes.
is our planning director.
Your planning director
The planning Janjan,
of planning director of Janjan.
yeah.
He's not a physical planning staff.
Yes, he was a physical planning staff.
He used to be physical
He
planning
used
staff.
to be, yeah.
When did he become council staff?
No. Council appointed him.
Council appointed him as physical planning staff.
No, planning. He was working, I don't know.
Okay, so let me break down.
it's a
So
planning
you have
officer.
physical planning department, which is under the Ministry of Lands,
Yes.
and they also have their planning
Unit,
officer.
yeah, exactly,
Yes.
yeah.
And that unit is within your council,
Yeah, exactly.
but they're paid by lands.
No. That unit is paid by our council.
The council pays for the land staff.
No. Not physical planning unit. We
So I'm
have
talking about the physical planning unit.
no, Osman is not under that.
He's not under that unit.
No.
Okay. He's a physical planning. So, sorry. Do you know whether he got any qualifications from the university before he was made director?
Yes.
Was he on study leave or
He
something?
was, yeah. He was attending university.
So when did he come back?
I think this must be in 2021 or 2022, if I can remember.
And he's still at the office?
He's at the office still now.
Okay, so I think Commissioner Jonah had asked you who Sini Kurang was. Who is Bubake Jabate?
Bubake Jabate also is a collector. He is at Bansang. He is our sub-treasury officer at Bansang.
Fatou Sane?
Fatou Sane also is a collector at Janjan.
Momodu S. Jalo?
He also is a collector at Brikamaba.
At where?
Brikamaba.
Momodu Lee?
Momodu Lee,
Yes.
he used to be a collector, but now he was the procurement assistant at the time.
Do you know when he was made procurement assistant?
I think this was in 2021, if I can recall.
All right. So the 2018 audit report made mention of certain things. So I just wanted to find out what you knew about those. I mean, some of them I think directly concern you. But so they've said that there's a problem of accumulation of arrears which council did not appear to deal with effectively. For example, rates arrears for 3 wards of Bansang, Brikamaba, and Kerewan. Do you have Kerewan as a ward?
Kerwan Ward, yes.
Okay. At the end of 2018 stood at $624,765, with some defaulters dating up to 5 years. The arrears for the remaining wards have not been provided to us for review. Is this something that you know about?
Yeah, I know from normally these wards that they have mentioned, we have a lot of areas with them.
Why is that?
Yeah, actually, they are not cooperating to pay.
They're not what?
I think the yard owners are not cooperating to pay.
So you pay the district tribunals and the chiefs for
Yes.
their courts.
Yes.
Do you know that the council can take those people to the tribunal for those monies that they owe?
Of course, I think chiefs, that's their primary role,
Yes, but the chiefs are not going to take it
to make
on
sure that-
themselves to do it. You have to take it to them.
Yes.
Does the council do that?
Of course, council report those matters to them.
Really?
Because revenue collectors, directly they work with the chiefs.
Yes.
Wherever revenue collector is, we assign you to go and work with the chief.
Okay.
Yes.
So when you're going to report that there's a defaulter, there's a summons that is issued, right?
Yes.
Okay. How many summonses have you issued for 2018 defaulters?
Actually, I cannot.
Are you aware of any person that the council has taken to the tribunal for rates?
Concerning rates?
Yes.
No.
Rates, taxes,
No.
trade license.
No.
Okay, so
They did
how
not.
do you expect those compound owners to take you seriously?
Actually, that's the problem there. That's the main problem. So
Yes, but that's a council problem.
there is no action is not taken. So
So have
We'll
you
leave it at that.
have you as revenue collectors had this conversation with your management?
of course, because when we did our assessment, when we are preparing this Form B, in the Form B we indicated there the areas of rates and taxes that are not paid. We submitted to the office.
And do you follow them or write anything to say, can you allow us to maybe take this matter up at the district tribunals, or can you take this matter up at the district tribunal?
I think as an authority, they should take that, and act on it, because it's already before them now. So they should do
Do you
something
know whether
about
these
it.
issues come up at the general council?
General Council meeting?
Yes.
I don't know, because I don't attend General Council meetings.
You never had to attend.
I don't know.
Now, I note that for the most part, you don't, you hadn't been withdrawing funds from the council's account, but it seems like from 2021, let me just check. From late 2020, you started withdrawing
Late 20?
monies. Late 2020, you started withdrawing monies from the council's account.
Okay.
So for the GT Bank account, on the 30th of November 2020, you withdrew $49,171.
Okay.
Would you know what that was for?
No, I don't know what is the money for, but I normally, director normally send me. If you see, I withdraw money.
But if the director is sending you, it means that there's supposed to have been a payment voucher that was raised, right?
Those payment vouchers is within the custody of Lamin, so I don't have any for that.
So you just, they issue a check in your name and you just
Yes,
go
I
and
go
withdraw.
and withdraw and bring the money,
And you give the money to whom?
to the director. Whenever
So
I
you
receive
won't know what the money is for because you didn't ask to see the payment voucher. And you also won't issue a receipt, you won't be issued a receipt to say that you brought this money.
No, these are monies already in the bank account, I think.
Yes, but then if they issued it in your name, any person who's looking at it will say, okay, they gave you money. You have nothing to show what that money was for.
I think Alaji's time, normally what he did sometimes, even if he withdrew for this petty cash, he will photocopy the check and give it to Lamin. Any payment that he's making, attach that check, to it. Because I can understand that he was doing that.
Okay, so let me ask you, can you trace that 49,000 odd to any transaction?
No, I cannot, because
If you were provided with the payment vouchers for Janjan Area Council, are you able to trace that 49,000 to any payments?
Because I don't know actually that $49,000 went for which payments.
Which payments they're for? So
Yeah.
that's my point.
So
You
I
don't
cannot.
know what the money is for. All you have on record is that they issued a check to you and you went and cashed it.
Exactly.
So what happens if that director of finance comes and says, well, that was money that, they gave you for something and, he doesn't know what you did with it? What do you have to show that you gave it to him?
If at all they gave me,
Those monies that were withdrawn.
Yeah.
If the director of finance that you're saying that you came and gave him the money, if he comes now and sits there and says he didn't give you the money, you didn't give him the money,
after giving him the money,
you're saying that you've given him the money.
yes.
If he comes and says that you did not give him the money, what proof do you have that what he's saying is not true?
Well, actually, I never think that, he will do that,
Let's assume that he says it. What proof do you have?
Actually, there are no proof not, but I don't think so.
Yeah?
He will
When
do
he
that.
comes, you can always watch and see what happens.
Okay.
So on the 29th of June, 2021, again, you withdrew $56,258.
June, huh?
29th of June,
Yeah.
2021.
Because I can remember this was the time, I think Alaji was about to retire at that time,
Which of the Alajis?
the finance director,
I know Alaji Manneh or Alaji Cheng?
Alaji Manneh.
Okay.
He was in Combo here, and
Okay.
at that time we are at Janjan, so council needed a petty cash at that time. But he was working on some issues here, So
Okay.
CEO contacted him, they discussed, he said, let CEO raise a check and give it to me so that I can go and he sign. We withdrew the money and take it.
So you came to Combo so that he could sign and you cashed.
I came all the way to Combo here.
So let me just ask you, what would be the reason why anybody would deposit an amount in the account and on the same day withdraw the bulk of that amount?
Who did that, me?
Let me ask you that first. You answer that first and then we'll know whether you did it.
Okay.
Why would anyone do that? So you say you deposit 300,000 into the account today. Today, you withdraw 200,000.
Today, I deposit
You
300,000.
deposit 300,000, same day,
Yes,
you withdraw 200,000
in the same account.
in the same account, the same person.
Well, actually, maybe it will, if the director instructed him, on that, maybe they will ask him to deposit the money, whereby they raise a check also, give it to him, and he withdraw.
So that's why I'm asking you, why would you do that? If you have the cash, why are you depositing the cash and then issuing the check for the same account?
Because at the time of Alaji, what I understand is he wants all the money to be in the account. Yes,
Okay.
he wants all the money to go to the account, even though they will go and withdraw it, by check.
All right.
Yeah.
So on the 22nd of September 2021, you withdrew $100,000 from the account. Can you
Yeah.
tell us what that was for?
No, I cannot. I don't know what the money is for, but I am sent by the director.
But you could remember the one for the 56,000 odd.
56.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It could be petty cash. Most of the times, if you see, they send me, it's maybe that, but most of the time, Lamin is the only one who normally go and withdraw this amount. But if he is not around, available, they will send me, because we are the only two there at the office at that time.
So are you saying the petty cash is about 50,000?
Yeah, I think sometimes they kept that, because
How often
at that
do you need that? Does the council withdraw that
If-
50,000?
if the money is spent and is exhausted,
Okay, so do you have a petty cash system?
Alaji Manneh introduced that one there. Alaji was doing that at that time. But I
So
don't think
is there a specific book for petty cash, or is there is it contained in your IFMIS system?
No,
Is a manual book?
no, I think those should be at the expenditure side,
So you haven't had to-
Lamin will know that, because those payments Lamin is the only one who make those payments.
Okay.
When the money came, money go to the director will hand over the money to him. But I think there is this thing, they will raise a voucher, whereby the amount, director will write the amount that he have given to Lamin for petty
So
payments.
still those petty cash vouchers, you won't see them.
Huh?
You will not see those petty cash vouchers. You just go and
They-
cash the check.
They are there with Lamin.
On the 20th of October 2021, you withdrew another $50,000.
Okay,
What about that one? Do you remember?
it could be it's the same thing.
On the 26th of April 2022, you withdrew twice the same day. First, $150,000, and second, $109,675. What would those be for? This one is not far away. It's 2022.
2022.
Yes.
Which month? I don't know whether that.
26th of April 2022.
Yeah, she
You
was
withdrew 150,000 and 109,675.
Yeah. I think all these monies, I think, director.
Pardon?
I think these monies, director will raise checks against my name, I know, I'll go and withdraw.
And on that same day, there was salary payment from that account. So I'm sure it can't be salary payment as well.
It could be, because sometimes we took money, if our Reliance account does not have money, because we have a lot of staff there, and at that place also, GPUCCU, Credit Union, we took money and deposit in those accounts so that they can pay the staffs there. We did that.
Why do you do that when you can still pay the salaries from Trust Bank? Sorry, Guarantee Trust Bank.
But some of our staff, most of the staff, you know, they are Reliance also.
I understand that they're at another bank, but you can pay to any bank from one bank. So that's why I'm asking, why remove it and go to another bank to deposit it when you can just do the payments from here?
Trust Bank. Trust Bank, we have no staff was there.
Guarantee Trust Bank.
GT Bank.
Yes, GT Bank.
Yeah. The money was withdrew from GT Bank.
You withdrew $150,000
Yes.
and $109,675.24 bututs.
Yeah.
You say you don't remember what those monies are for, where for.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to explain. Because actually I don't, but what we normally did, that's what I'm saying. If it is salary time, they will raise a check. If at all those at Reliance, the amount, they will raise a check, you withdraw it. At the same time, those on the pay table, they will raise a check so that you can withdraw that also.
So I understand all of that. So apart from those on the pay table, the ones at the other banks, I'm saying you're able to pay them, even though they're at a different bank. You're able to pay them from this bank because every bank can pay to another bank. You know
But I
this,
don't
right?
think between Reliance and this GT Bank, you know, I think it's always difficult because staff sometimes they spend a lot of days without getting their monies. Whilst those at GT Bank, they enjoy their monies, you know, for week, these people will not get their money.
So are you saying that that is why you withdraw and take it there? So this amount, if you're saying that it's pay table and another bank, you would be able to produce the payroll for the ones being paid on the table and the other bank, and those figures should tally with what's been withdrawn.
No, I'm not saying actually this money is meant
But for
that.
any of the monies that you withdraw that are for salaries, so like that 300,000 that you're talking about, you should be able to have the documentation that's going to tally with that amount.
Even this was 300,000, I say maybe it could be during salaries. It could be salaries. Because me, they asked me to go and withdraw. If I withdraw, I bring it, you know, that's it. They will
Like
do
I
the
said as
transaction.
well,
They will
if-
do the transactions, you know, there.
Yes, so like I'm saying,
Yes,
if
because
you
when you
have
come-
your director saying that you didn't give it to him,
Director will not say that because they signed the check, you know. I
on
think in the check, when you raise a check, you know, also, you know, the reason of, you know, paying that check, you should indicate it in the checkbook.
so let's
What-
hope that
what-
your
what
director
that payment
kept
is for.
records of the checks.
Okay.
18th of June 2022, you withdrew $100,000,
Okay.
and 14th of October 2022, you withdrew $50,000.
Okay.
Do you remember anything about those withdrawals?
Actually, all these withdrawals, you know, are instructed by the director. Director will raise check, you know, against my name, we withdraw.
Do you have, do you know whether you have a staff loan policy?
Staff loan,
Yes. Have you ever taken a loan from the council?
no, I never.
Do you know anybody who has?
Yeah, loans are given only at the time of Alaji and Jasi. Alaji Manneh and Lamin Jasi.
Are the only directors that were giving out loans, staff loans?
They give loan to staffs if you apply.
Do you know what the criteria are?
Well, actually, I don't know the criteria there, you know.
So how does any staff know that they can apply for the loans?
I think during their time, Alaji normally asks staffs, you know, if you want loan, you can apply. He is very honest, you know, to us, and he will.
And what about medical? Is there any provision for staff for medical issues?
Never. There is no medical insurance.
So what other benefits do the staff have other than their salary and transport sometimes?
There is no other benefits that the staff have except this.
What about promotions? Do they have regular promotions?
No.
Is that just for you or is that everybody else?
Is everybody.
Okay. I know the commissioners have any questions.
Mr. Manneh, you have stated in your statement that you have referred to the 300,000. So you will agree with us that you have withdrawn far more than 300,000 from one of the accounts of the council. Is that correct? As has been put to you?
Yes, what is written through the bank statement.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Now, you made on the 30th of June 2021, you deposited the sum of 200,000. Where was that money coming from?
That's what I'm trying to recall, actually.
No, this is deposit, not withdrawal.
Yeah.
You have been taken through the deposit, the withdrawals you have done. This is actually deposit.
Yeah.
Cash deposit on the 30th of June 2021, 200,000.
At GT Bank.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to recall. Because there was a time, if I can recall, director sent me to Trust Bank.
What?
And we
Trust
do-
Bank, that should be in June also, right?
Maybe if you check there.
All right.
I withdrew that money together. I think there was a cash, and I add them together and paid to GT Bank.
You withdrew the sum from the Trust Bank account.
Yeah, I think yes, Trust Bank. I withdrew 100,000. There went and deposit.
In June,
Yes.
from the Trust Bank account? 200,000.
Eh?
200,000.
June, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
This, you deposited this amount on the 30th of June 2021. So are you saying if we check your Trust Bank account, 30th of June 2021, we'll see that you withdrew the sum of 200,000?
No, actually, I don't think so, because what I can remember, I withdrew 100,000. I think at that time they give me a cash of 100,000 for me to pay it to GT Bank for salaries. I think this
Who
time
gave
is
you the 100,000?
eh?
Who gave you the 100,000?
From the office, from the collection at the office.
The monies they collected.
Yeah.
So they put it together and gave you
The-
cash
the-
100,000.
The money that they collected from trade licensing.
Yes, and then?
Yes, that money, I took it and I withdrew this amount and paid it to the GT Bank so that, staff can get their salaries.
So you withdrew the sum of 200,000 on the 30th of June?
No,
From the trust?
100,000 is withdrawn, plus the
Withdrawn.
cash,
Okay.
plus the cash.
There is no withdrawal on the 30th of June for the sum of 100,000 from your account, from the Trust Bank account?
From Trust Bank.
Yes.
Actually, maybe, I don't know which time, which month is this, but I can remember
No,
that,
I have given you, I said you deposited 200,000 on the 30th June. You said you might have been given a check to withdraw 200,000 and you were given cash, 100,000.
Yeah.
Is that not what you said?
Yeah, I'm trying to recall now, but actually,
But
I don't know.
the records and the bank statement indicate that you did not withdraw 200,000 on the 30th of June.
okay. Then this cash may be from the collection.
What is?
I think the cash may be from the collection.
No, from the collection.
Yes.
What
The-
you
the-
did,
the
what
check-
you did on with the Trust Bank account was that you withdrew the sum of 300,000 and you went and deposited 200,000 at the GT account. So where is the 100,000 gone to? If you said, as you said, they gave you a check for you to go to Trust Bank, withdraw money and pay it into the GT account. So now the explanation would be, where is the balance of the 100,000? And you remember you told us a different thing. You said you collected 100,000 cash to go and pay. So how would you reconcile this evidence?
This transaction, I wanted to recall, but I forgot about it, definitely.
But let me give you the Trust Bank account, and you look at it, and you confirm. So maybe it will help you recall. That is this one and this one. Did you see the Trust Bank account? On the 30th of June, 2021, you withdrew 300,000.
Yeah.
And on that same 30th of June, you deposited in the GT account
200.
200.
Yes.
So can you explain?
Well, actually, I don't know, but I think this money I have taken to the office.
Do you have any receipt to prove that this money you took it to the office?
Of course, these monies I took them. They don't give me any receipt because they write a check against my name and ask me to withdraw it.
So,
But I know that maybe they in their checks leaves. Most of the
Now-
time, Alaji, whenever he raise a check, he will on the check leaf he will write the reason of paying that check.
so if
Yes.
we may assume that these checks were written in your name and shared between you and Alaji, would we be right?
No, I did not. I did not do such.
We will not be right in making that assumption.
Maybe you can say that, but maybe that will not be the reality.
But
I
you
cannot-
have not produced any evidence to show the contrary.
Yes, but
Did you?
no,
Or do you have any evidence? We
no.
can give you time to go and look for the evidence.
No. I cannot bring any evidence that they give me a receipt or this. But this check is signed by CEO and the finance director.
Yes.
Yes.
If it is signed by CEO and finance
Yeah.
director, and what you are telling us doesn't tally with the facts and on the records, what do you want us to believe as has been the correct position and the true transaction of this money?
Actually, until you ask the finance director also,
Thank you.
Yes.
I just have a few questions. I see it's already 4:14, but
Council, who told you that we are closing after 4?
I want to close at 5 myself. I'm not sure whether
Thank
my,
you.
my uncles are ready for that. But then, 6 o'clock. Very
You've
well.
just been told that you'll go to 6.
That's good. I see on your statement, the designation is revenue collector, senior revenue collector.
Yeah.
But are you the same Edrissa Manneh? Because when I look at the audit report, 1st January 2019 to 31st December 2020, I see that your designation is rates and taxes manager.
No, I think they indicate that, but I'm
They?
not that. I said they wrote that, I also, since the audit report came, I saw that, but I don't think so. They asked me.
So you have never been a rates and taxes
Actually,
manager?
during the auditing, I was the one who is providing them, some of the documents that are available,
That are what?
That are available.
In relation to rates and taxes?
Yes, at the
Documents
office.
like what?
Huh?
What kind of documents were you?
No, payment vouchers, these rates, I don't know, Form Bs and all that, any document that they have asked. Because at that time, the finance director went on leave at UK, though he assigned me to be with them, with whatever document they requested.
But you work in the private, in the finance department?
Yes.
And what would be your designation? What would you say is your role?
My role, I'm responsible for all revenue inputted into the IFMIS system and to check on revenue collectors.
And revenue collectors?
Yes.
How many of you are in the finance department?
Me, Lamin Balde,
Yes.
Abdullah Sow.
Abdullah Sow.
Sow.
That's all?
And Dauda Sama.
And?
Dauda Sama.
And Daura Samba.
Yes.
We will confirm that. The other issue is, I think I heard you say that only one person mentioned you, and that is Karo Jobate, regarding receiving money or asking her to give you money.
Yeah.
By much of instructions from the finance director. Is that correct?
Yeah, Karo mentioned me, yeah.
But then someone else mentioned you to the investigators. One Fatu Jobate.
Fat Jabate.
Yes, so Karo is not the only person.
Okay.
Fatu Jabate also said
Yeah.
to the investigators that you, Edrissa Manneh, will request cash from her
Yeah.
to finance some council's expenses on cash power and
Yeah.
office meetings, which you will claim to be authorized by the Director of Finance.
Yes.
Is that true?
And David.
Is that true?
Yes.
So why did you say it's only Karo?
No, for that fact, I don't, because Karo mentioned it, I hide it. From the investigation, they told me that, Karo said this.
Yes.
So that's from there I know.
From there you know. No, you will know all the people that you always call to,
Exactly.
to get this revenue from.
But for that of Fatu, even if I call her, he will confirm from the director.
The story
Yes.
is not that.
Yeah.
What we want to confirm is the fact that it is not only Karo Jobate that you call
Yes.
to request for funds.
Yeah.
That will not be true.
Yes.
In fact, it's a habit that you will call revenue collectors to request for funds.
No, it's not my habit.
How many people?
Director in fact called them directly.
No, I am not. Of course, that is
Yes.
true.
Yeah.
But you will also call them on supposedly having instructions from the Director of Finance.
From the instruction,
And it's
yes.
not only one or two revenue collectors. You will call the revenue collectors whenever you are instructed to do so.
If he instructs me, yeah.
So why will you limit your answer to just say you only call Karo Jobate to?
No, Karo mentioned my name that I had, so that's why I said Karo mentioned my name.
No, but you said it here. You said she mentioned your name because she's the only person you call.
Most of the time, because Fatu, I very frequent,
My only issue is
Yes.
that your statement that you gave to the commission when you were being led by the lead counsel, it was not true. Is that not the case?
The statement,
That you said that you only call Karo Jobate regarding receiving monies from him, that was not true.
no, the investigator directed that question to me.
Forget the investigators.
Yes.
When you were asked there and you said you only communicate to Karo Jobate,
Yeah.
only her, that would not be true.
No, I call others when director instructed me.
That's not true, right?
Yeah.
You call others as well.
Of
Do
course.
you agree with that?
Yes.
Now, if you are to mislead people, why would we believe your other testimonies then? That's my worry. If we are to mislead people, the commissioners here, why would there be a need? Why would there be a reason to believe your other subsequent testimonies?
Maybe that's an error, So, but actually, if director instructed me
The
to
director?
call, if he instructed me,
Yes.
yes, I did it.
So regarding the $14,000, that will be on page 13 of the
Audit
of the
report.
2019-2020 audit report. So this is what the auditor had to say,
Yeah,
or has to say, on accounted collections.
yeah,
We noted on accounted revenue of $26,775 in respect of collections by the under-listed individual collectors. The collections were not recorded in the individual collector's cash book, and we are also not banked. It's not only the issue of not having it on your cash book, but you have not deposited these monies to the bank.
No, maybe they did not see it at that time.
You did not prove it at that time.
At that time, because the collectors, when we submitted our books,
Yes.
they check it. They never invite us, Even yes,
Now you are here.
yeah,
As far as they are concerned, they don't even need to invite you, because if you show your cash book,
yeah,
and they should be able to trace it in the bank account.
yes,
Is that not the case? Is that not the case?
yes,
Your cash book should really reconcile with the bank account,
yeah.
because monies that you collect must be deposited. It's just simple logic.
Now some of all the
Is
monies
that
are-
not true?
Yes, but all the monies are not bank.
I understand
also.
that. We will get
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I understand I appreciate your honesty. But my point is, what they are saying here is in twofolds. Number one, there is evidence that you have received received this money through revenue collection.
Yes,
But then it's neither in your cash book nor in the bank accounts.
It's
And it's
not-
not only you, because you have Mama Kinte. Is Mama Kinte a revenue collector?
no, he is no more a revenue collector.
Please speak loud.
Also, he's not a revenue collector in Janjan now.
I'm not saying now, at the time.
Yeah, yes, at that time he was. She
And
was.
then, was it senior? Or just normal revenue collector?
She's a senior revenue collector.
How about Buba Jobate?
Buba Jobate is also a senior revenue collector.
Also senior revenue collector?
Yes.
Now, this amount of money, what was your explanation regarding where the money has gone to?
Particular, for that of mine,
Yes.
actually I cannot recall, but
Why can't you recall?
yeah, I know I have collected, and I went for submission.
We know you have collected.
Yes.
Yes.
So the receipt was issued to me against my cash collection.
Your evidence, your defense was that in your statement, I believe that the management's response to the draft report failed to provide sufficient evidence to the auditors on this query. Now you have the opportunity. What would be your response to the query?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Even I said that the evidence is there. That's why I printed out this thing to show them that they checked my cash book and they noted it.
They know?
And then they noted it.
Yes.
And they asked me to print out.
Yes.
Yes, before this thing, since this happened, I saw the audit report. I went to the CEO
Yes.
with my book, and I saw him that this was an error, and they did not see it. So here is it. So in their response, they responded, but response did not go with evidence.
Yes.
I think that's why auditors maintain
The
their point.
management response said collected revenue has been traced to the cash books where it has been currently entered.
Uh-huh.
And then the follow-up comment was, we have not been presented with the cash book to confirm the entries of the receipts.
Yeah.
It is even worse if you have the money, in fact, in the cash book and it's not in the bank. It's just the same consequence. So when you had this revenue collected, what did you do with the money? That's what we want to know.
Sometimes office will request from us,
It's not about sometimes. We want to know about this particular instance.
No, this thing I cannot recall actually.
You cannot recall?
This particular money.
Do you know you will take responsibility to that? Do you know?
Anyway,
Do you have the habit of spending money?
no.
But that's what we have here. Well, if you
I
cannot tell us exactly whom
I
you
cannot
gave
re-
this money to,
I
it
cannot
means you
remember.
yourself spend the money. You will do collections and spend the money.
I know the reason why a director issued this receipt to me.
The reason why?
The director issued a receipt to me.
Yes.
If the money did not go to bank, then the money was handed over to the director at the office.
We would not be speculating.
Yes.
It is for you to say what was done with the money. We would not be speculating.
Yeah.
Is that not the case?
Yeah,
There cannot be any room for speculation. Is that not the case?
I know.
Yes, so I am asking whether you know that you will be responsible for the monies you cannot account for.
Well, I don't think so because the receipt is issued to me that I have submitted this.
A receipt is issued to you.
Yeah, in my cash book.
Where is the receipt?
The receipt is there.
This is not a receipt. Is it a receipt?
You see,
Where's the cash book?
I printed the cash. The cash book is there. I'll bring it.
Where is the cash book?
It's at home.
At home?
Yes.
Will you bring it tomorrow?
Not tomorrow. I cannot go to all the way from here, Janjan, come tomorrow.
There was also, we will come to that, there's also an issue of overstatement of revenue. Does that also apply to you? Overstatement of revenue collected. Like what you will state in your cash book will be totally different from what the receipt will show.
No, I don't think so. It applies.
You have never done that?
No.
So, for example, on page 14, it states that there was an understatement of $1,670, sorry, and $200 is for the year 2019 and 2020 respectively. So, for example, you will collect revenue, issue out receipts, and then apparently there would not be any, it would not tally. Do you know one Buba K. Jobate?
Yes, I know.
What is Buba K. Jobate's
Buba is a senior revenue collector. He's at Bansang, sub-treasury.
Fatu Sane?
Fatu Sane is a collector at Janjan.
Does Fatu Sane work under you?
Yes.
Ibrahima Kante?
Ibrahima Kante?
Yes.
No, I don't know any Ibrahima Kante in Area Council.
Does Ibrahima Kante work under you? You don't recall? You can't recall?
I don't know any Ibrahima Kante as a collector.
Now, you had told us that when the auditors came to Janjan Area Council, you were the one giving them the receipts with respect to the cash book, the revenues that were collected. That is why probably they think you are the tax and rates manager.
That's what they think, you know. So I was assigned by the director to facilitate that.
You were assigned by the
director of finance at that time, because he was not on the ground.
Please speak louder, please. I can't hear you well.
I say I was assigned by the director of finance to facilitate that, you know, because he was on leave at that time.
At that time?
Yes, he went to UK.
Now, who would normally have custody of these documents?
The director of finance, because this audit report is 2019-2020. By then,
yes,
the Buba Manneh was the finance director.
Yes.
At that time.
So who is responsible for tax and rates? Who is the manager?
No, we don't have that one.
So who is responsible?
Tax manager.
Tax and rates.
Rates and tax manager. No, we don't have that.
So all of you, the senior revenue collectors would really sometimes be responsible. Is that the case?
Yes.
Is that the case?
We all collect, they collect trace and tax and submit it, you know.
I asked because when the report stated to you as the tax and rates manager, if you look at page 34, there was an overstatement of balances in relation to revenue that was collected. The finding was that total amount of overstatement was $744,617 and $552,818 in respect of revenue and expenditure respectively. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So for example, in January 2019, the cash book indicates $812,602, and the revenue summary is $552,187. There was a difference of $260,415. You were a senior revenue collector at the time.
No, this is the finance director's cash book. We don't have any access to that, you know.
But the finance director's cash book will have to be reconciliation of cash books from all the revenue collectors. Is that not the case?
Yeah, but I think he should be very one who should answer that.
You think what?
He should answer that question.
He should answer that question.
Yeah, because for me, I don't know anything about that.
Right? I think it's already 16:30. Yes.
Thank you so much, Mr. Manneh.
Thank you, Mom.
We will discharge you and allow you time to collect the documents that we have asked you to bring. And when we require you to clarify certain issues, we will call you to do so. So thank you so much for coming.
Thank you very much.
We may rise.